Well, hello everybody. I am the Orca Theory, and I'm going on a blind date. This is a game I pulled off of Game Jolt. Looked kind of interesting, and honestly, you know, dating is it's kind of a cool thing. So let's go. Let's go here. Okay, you're going on a blind date after months of loneliness. Don't mess this up. Great, good start. Hello. Oh, we get options. Okay, so hello, hey. Or, oh good, you made it. This is fun. Do you reply with the exact same? Hey, which is kind of really friendly. You know, you don't want to be too friendly on the first date. Kind of, you know, keep it formal, you know? At least a little bit. Make her seem like you know what you're doing. Or, oh good, you made it. No, that makes her think that you've been looking forward to this a little bit too much. You want to keep her a little bit on her toes. So how about just hello? Hello, it's good to see you. Now, am I saying that, or is she saying that? She might be saying it. Oh, okay, so she was saying it. Sorry I'm late, I had to take the bus here because my car's been broken down. That sucks, no big deal, happens to the best of us. Ha, shit happens. I would answer with this one, because I don't care. Happens to the best of us. That is an interesting answer. I'm gonna go with that. I suppose it does. Alright. So, tell me more about yourself. What do you do for work? Work as a contractor, work as a massage therapist, work as a software engineer. You know, my grandfather was actually a licensed massage therapist. He worked in a factory like this for many, many years. But he was a licensed massage therapist, so let's go with that. Ooh, sensual. Haha, you must be a hit with the ladies. Ha, I wish. Not much of a ladies man, if I'm being honest. Or, not really? No. This is how I would probably answer. You know, that's absolutely true. I'm not a playa. Well, you've certainly impressed me. Oh, great. Hitting it off right away. Come on, boyos. The woman looks at you for a short, awkward moment. Are you nervous? You look nervous. It's been a while. Yes, I am. No, not at all. In this kind of context, because I have gone on several hiatuses of dating, just not dated, just been single for a while, and, you know, the first date after not dating for a while, yeah, it is kind of nerve-wracking, so yeah, it's been a while. Oh, I completely understand. It's been a while for me, too. Frankly, my friends had to convince me to come here. It's been a very lonely year. So what's your name? Mike, Chris, Josh. Oh, not Josh. You know, let's go with Mike. Well, Mike, you have a wonderful name. So tell me, are you from around here? Grew up here, moved here when I was young, or moved here a few months ago. That is more like my life. I've moved quite a bit in my young life here. Lived here my whole life. I love it. The air, the trees, and the people. Gets awfully lonely out there, though. Who was your last what? Who was your last lover? Don't ask that. Never ask that. That's a third date question at best. Excuse me? Pardon? What? Excuse me. Keep it polite. You heard me. Who was the last woman you slept with? It's been a very long time, if it's really that important for you to know. Remain silent. That's an option. Don't really feel comfortable answering that. You know, that's a little standoffish. I'm gonna go with this one because it's not an appropriate question, but she wants some information. So let's just be as honest as we comfortably can. The woman lets out a long, almost apologetic sigh. I'm sorry, that was rude of me. You must forgive me. I haven't been on a proper date in a few years. Please don't let it happen again. That's rude. Laughs nervously. It's alright, I've been out of commission myself for quite some time. Or remains silent. You know, the first one. You play it off. Honest mistake. We're both, you know, feeling out the rust here. Thank you. The woman offers a weak smile. I do appreciate you taking me out. This is a really nice restaurant. Tell me, Mike, do you cook? Oh, on occasion. Yes, and I do it pretty well too. Almost never. I was never really any good at it. I'm actually a pretty goddamn good cook, so yeah. You know, they say that women look for a man who cooks. Yeah, they do. It's a very attractive quality. Basically, a man that can sustain themselves. That's apparently how low the bar is for women. So, how's Emma doing? What? Excuse me? What? Excuse me? Haha, do you seriously not remember your own mother's name? That's a fucking creepy question. How do you even know my mother's name? The woman pauses for a long while. You hadn't mentioned her before? We just met. No, I didn't. The woman's eyes grow shifty, as if she's thinking intently. I'm so sorry. The girl at work told me about her. Apparently your mother used to work for the company. Oh my, you must think I'm some kind of creep or something. Oh, yeah, you're kind of creep. That would be a check please moment. You throw your finger up in the air, check please, you get out of there as soon as possible. Guys, don't she might be pretty, but if she starts throwing out these kinds of questions, you walk away. It was a little rude to bring it up at dinner like that. It's not rude, but it's weird. I suppose that makes sense, no big deal, I guess. Since I don't have a check please option, let's go with this. Oh, thank God, I really am out of it today. Please forgive me. Why are you here? Well, I've been trying to go on a date. I'm beginning to question that. Existentially or situationally? That's a question I would totally ask. Situationally, but that's not quite what I meant. Why are you here? Why did you feel alone enough to come out on this date? Why are you acting like this? What? This is beyond rude? Wow, just wow? Yeah, let's figure this out. You've lived alone for what? 3 years, 6 months, 23 days? What? God, I can't imagine how tired you must feel living in that lonely condo. At this point, I would definitely remain silent. This is where you disengage the conversation. God, you're pathetic. Did you really think that going on a random blind date was going to fix everything? I've seen the way you sleep, the way you drink, the way you pick your nose when nobody's looking. Please stop. I can see you shaking all the way from the front door, nervous as all hell. I can see. Do you really think anybody would agree to go on a blind date with you? Please, I can't take this. Why are you saying these things? I just don't want to be alone anymore. It hurts so much. Oh, man. Oh, this is getting heavy real quick. Oh, let's... Oh boy, why are you saying such things? Because this is what? You hate yourself and everyone around you, and yet reserve the right to feel lonely? What, Okay, we're getting 3 different types of answers here, and I'm not entirely sure. I feel empty on the inside. You've been dead inside for years, and you don't have the fucking balls to end it already. I've seen you staring at a piece of rope, hesitating at the top of a building. God, you're pathetic. Wow. Oh, this got deep real quick. You see, this is a very real problem for folks that have been out of the game for a while. A very, like, if you're already kind of self-conscious, you have low self-esteem, and you're lonely like this, and, like... There are some very, very real things that go on through your mind. I needed help, I needed love, I needed contact. These are very, very different things. Help is just kind of generic. I'm gonna go with contact. I needed contact. You need to realize the truth. You need to realize that you are nothing, completely and utterly insignificant in the grand scheme of your life. You're wrong. You're wrong. And you're a whiny little squirt whose sole purpose is to be unhappy, yet here you are, unaccepting of your own fate. I honestly don't even know why I bothered to come at all. Why are you saying these things? I'm sorry, Mike, I feel your pain, and it is coming out in anger. The thing is, how you feel is so harrowing. You seem to lose all sense of being human. It hurts to look in your eyes and see only pain on a blind date of all things. Wow. Now you see, being loved, being accepted, and being happy are 3 very, very different things. Love doesn't always give you happiness, acceptance doesn't always give you love, and happiness certainly does not mean either one of these things. But what would you rather have? Be accepted, be loved, or be happy? I would rather be happy rather than the other 2. Everybody wants something, Mike, and frankly, what you want isn't something worth giving. This was a mistake, Mike. You shouldn't have come here. You should have just stayed at home and ordered a pizza like you had originally planned. Breathe heavily through your nose. Sigh. Sigh, yeah. I was never going to be the one to fix these problems. But you can. That's pleading. But you should. That's insisting. But you won't? But you won't? Yeah, okay. No, I won't. I'm not going to fix your problems, Mike. I'm just going to make them worse. I'm not the solution. People like me are the problem. People like you are the problem. You get in the way of your own happiness. I've followed you for several years. You were my obsession, and I've never seen someone so unhappy. So what do I do? Is there any hope of happiness for me? Or why do I do these things to myself? Ugh, that read weird on my tongue. So what do I do? Let's get some action in there. I don't know. There's something you're gonna have to figure out on your own. And yes, I mean it, on your own. You simply aren't fit for a relationship. You had to rely on a blind date to be here tonight. Some woman who you've never met, yet who knows you very, very well. If you've been following me, I understand what I need to do now, but I don't know if I have the courage. Am I really at fault here, though? See, these are a couple of... This sounds really suspicious to me, like, we're gonna go home and actually use that rope. Am I really at fault here, though? That's displacing some of the emotions that our character, our avatar Mike, is going through. Your emotions are yours. You know, it's not anybody else's fault for making you feel those feelings. I'm more interested in this. Yes, for your entire life? God, you're a mess. I really shouldn't have come. You really shouldn't have come. I'd say I'd made things worse, but you were already a mental wreck before I came here. It's just who I am. I wish I could do it all over again. I'm sorry. It's just who I am. That implies that we're gonna accept who we are. Wish I could do it all over again. We regret what we've done, and I'm sorry. Sorry doesn't mean anything. Sorry has to be coupled with an action. Simply saying you're sorry doesn't really work in any situation, so it's just who I am. I know, however, you need to realize that you can never go back to those things. There's nothing you can do. You're, quite frankly, destined to be alone forever. Yeah, a girl may come into your life every once in a while, but it's just going to be a reminder of what a piece of pathetic swine you are. Wow, okay, so does it ever end? Does it ever get better? Or will I ever find love? Interesting. Does it ever get better? That's an interesting implication, because does it ever end? The answer is always no. Will I ever find love? Of course, everybody finds love. You find love in the weirdest places, but does it ever get better? No, plain and simple. Okay. Scenery's changed. You're barren. The desolate life you lead is barren. Does this scare you? Does it terrify you? Because, oh boy, it should. Because you are alone. Completely and utterly alone. Look at your life. It's empty. It's lonely. And it's just generally a mess. It's a barren desert. No life, no love, just dry, lonely land. So in the end, when faced with your loneliness, faced with the fact that you're wasting your time, what are you going to do? Going to stay? Huh. Both of these are actions. This one is inaction. I'm going to leave, but this worries me. Like, staying means I'm gonna stay unhappy, stay in this zone of unhappiness. Remaining silent, that's an interesting one. I think I'm gonna say I'm gonna leave. I'm going to leave. I guess he's not coming. What? Oh, interesting. Wow. Written by Joshua Wilson. Way to go, Joshua. Man. There was some really cool stuff that was going on there. A lot of very deep implications of just emotional health and emotional well-being. Oh my god, that was incredible. That was a really good game. Like, and that's the thing, like, there's no gameplay there, really. It's just clicking a bunch of buttons, but you get that Avatar sense of I am living through this experience, and it's creepy, and it's bizarre. Oh man. So share this with your family and friends. All right. If I click on it, does anything happen? Nothing. Okay, I can just exit out of the game from here. So, wow, that was fantastic. I will put the link to this game below. Try out different answers, folks. See if you get different results. That ending was incredible. It totally leads you in one direction of being resolute when, oh man, that was a great twist. I'm absolutely like beside myself right now. That was asking some very deep personal questions. I'm glad I played through that. That was not what I expected at all. If you like this video, if you like any of my other content, please like, share, comment, subscribe. I am the Orca Theory, and I am gonna go pour myself a whiskey. See you guys later.